The time I took down my corrupt boss. I worked at a mid-sized tech company for about 5 years. The work was interesting, the pay was decent, and my colleagues were great. The only problem was our boss, Tom. Tom was the epitome of a toxic manager, micromanaging, taking credit for others' work, and being generally unpleasant. But his worst trait was his unethical behavior. Tom had a habit of manipulating the company's financials to make it look like we were performing better than we were. He'd pocket the extra money, all while denying raises and bonuses to the rest of us. We all suspected something was up, but no one had the guts to challenge him directly. Things took a turn for the worse when my friend and colleague, Sarah, was diagnosed with a serious illness. She needed time off for treatment, but Tom refused to grant her paid leave, citing budget constraints. We all knew this was nonsense, but we felt powerless. Sarah's condition worsened, and seeing her struggle lit a fire within me. It was time to act. I started by documenting everything. I collected emails, financial statements, and any evidence of Tom's unethical practices. I also kept a record of every instance where he mistreated an employee. It took months of careful work, but I knew I needed a solid case. Next, I reached out to a former colleague, John, who had left the company after a particularly nasty altercation with Tom. John had always been vocal about Tom's behavior, and I knew he'd be willing to help. Together, we compiled our evidence and devised a plan. We decided to report Tom to the higher-ups in the company anonymously. We sent a detailed report, complete with all the evidence we had gathered, to the CEO and the board of directors. We knew this alone might not be enough, so we took it a step further. We also reported Tom to the SEC, providing them with the financial manipulation evidence. The fallout was swift and brutal. The company launched an internal investigation, and the SEC got involved. Tom was blindsided. He tried to shift the blame, but the evidence was overwhelming. Within weeks, Tom was fired, and legal proceedings were initiated against him. The company was forced to make a public statement about the investigation, and their stock took a hit.